right, we're on.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Ennis.
That works for you? You got it.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Do me a favor, Artie. Grab Tricia's probably in the car. Just grab her and tell her it's okay to cry in the room, but I'm leaving the room. She's what? Okay, go find her in the boardroom. I must start by giving you some new material because last time I was doing the quartet with a friend of mine, I got some revelation. And this is advanced level stuff. Stuff I usually say for the Advanced Leaders Program and Women's Mastery Coaches. But I thought it was worth sharing with you, and because it's advanced stuff, I want you to know that I don't want you to take it personally if you don't get it. It's like a joke. You know, you either get it or you don't. And if you don't get it, don't worry. You know, 40 some odd years later, I'm still getting stuff that Mel Wasserman told me 40 years ago. I'll be walking down the street and all of a sudden, that's what he meant. You know what I mean? Because information is like that. You know, right about the time you think you really got it, you get it on a whole new level. So don't worry about it if it's a little bit too challenging or advanced. Okay? Okay. So, you remember Bagger Vance?
Yes.
And how he wanted to teach him about the field. And he said, now set your eyes on Bobby Jones, right? Bobby Jones is swinging thing. He goes, he's looking for that one authentic shot. Because there's one authentic shot that's trying to find each and every one of us. Right? He goes, oh, he's got it. He's in the field. When you are honoring your truth, matter of fact, the two skills that are fundamental to what I'm about to tell you are getting centered and honoring the truth. Because the more masterful you get at honoring your truth, the more you learn how to be in your authentic self. How to follow your authentic self. When you're being with another human being, if you're not, melting into whatever they want from you, and you're being yourself, you'll notice that you go where yourself wants to go. And one day you realize that in being, there is only one track. There's only one track that is authentic, that is real. That one track is where you find God's guidance and God's blessings. Any place other than that track, you don't find God's guidance or blessings. In your authentic self, there is only one track. That's where the light is. That's where love and play is. That's where the good news is. That's where the joy is. That's where the goodies reside. Everything else, other than that one track, is Wilbur's theory. Fear and doubt, effort, struggle, burden, stress, strain. Swimming against the tide. Okay. stating that for a while. Yeah, question?
When you talk about track, wanting something there.
What I mean by track, you could say there's only one tunnel, there's only one path. In other words, your authentic self, if it's, going here and then there and then, there's only one path, one tunnel, one track that is authentic. Anything other than that one track is not authentic.
And that's not necessarily a career. It's not necessarily
No. Not anything.
It's a way of being.
Yes. In that way of being, there are, unlimited options. But that one track lets you know whether that career is authentic or not.
Yeah, right.
Whether that husband or wife is authentic or not. Whether that, whatever is authentic or not. Because that's the only track you can get on where your satellite dish is pointed directly at God. The whole plan, the whole game, the whole physical realm was designed so that you could, discover pain and pleasure as leading you toward God's guidance and blessings, period. It hurts when you're off track with yourself. Happiness is nothing more than simply being on track. When you're on track, you're happy. When you're off track, you're not. Period. Phil, you have a question?
So, let me restate, make sure I get it. Is this about aligning what we want with God's will so that our truth and His will are one and the same?
Yes, except the mistake that religious people tend to make with that statement is they think what that means is I got to give up my stuff for God.
That's definitely mine.
What I desire, what I want, I should do what I should do. If you listen to Shell when she was doing the fundraiser with Ron McMillan, she said, the mistake I made growing up is I thought the way to talk with God was to follow the recipe. To read my scriptures and go to church and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I thought every time I wasn't finding God by following the recipe, it must be me. It must be I criticized myself. I thought I was bad and wrong because I'm not connecting with God and I'm doing everything by the recipe. Above this, the highest treason to do the right thing for the wrong reason. So, yes, it's to find God's will, but you can't find God's will without honoring your truth. If you're in self-betrayal, that is not God's will. If you're not being authentic, you've disconnected. Your radio station is not dialed to God. It's in a stag zone. You can do everything you think you should do, ought to do, supposed to do, what you think is good and bad and right and wrong, and all that stuff till doomsday, and you're not happy because you're not honoring your truth. Question, Nikki?
But what if you are following God's guidance and it's not happy, but it should lead you to that happiness? That doesn't mean you're not on track.
No. That's not. I don't know what situation you're talking about.
Well, like a lot of healing can be painful, right? So we're not feeling that we're on track and we're happy to me feels like it's not true.
Say that again.
Okay, so you said happiness is nothing more than being on track. So if we're not happy, to me that's saying that we're not on track. But healing can be painful. That doesn't mean we're not on track. You see what I'm saying?
Not quite.
So there can be painful, are there painful moments when we're on the track, changing everything.
It doesn't mean they're not on track. They're on track to getting to that happiness that they're getting to your faith.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And you can be on track in that situation.
Wouldn't it be like a breakthrough? You're going to a certain amount of pain
Yes.
in order to get to the real where you're not.
Right.
That you're not suffering after you
Except you'll notice that the whole time you're going through the breakthrough, even though you're releasing a ton of pain, you're happy.
At the end you are.
No.
Sure.
All the way through it, you're happy.
Yeah.
You're satisfied. You're resolved. You're complete. Something in you is actually in ecstasy while you're releasing a shitload of pain. Your soul knows that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and it's going like this.
That was feeling like the key, and so I'm glad you said that. Yes. I can choose something that is going to be uncomfortable or difficult or stretch,
Yes.
but I want it, I'm
Yes.
choosing it, it's mine.
I know that it's good for me, so it's true to self.
But if my overriding or the underlying feeling, the common feeling is pain, discomfort, then it's a pretty clear signal. I'm not on that. They're not.
Good. Okay, now, last question. Is it a question or a share? Then save it. Save it, I'll save it, I'll move on. Thank you. I only want questions, not shares. Thank you.
Is the USB plug
Question?
tape on
If you reevaluate the relationship with God, it's like changing it so you have a better path.
So this one, I see it and it looks like it's plugged in. You want me to change it?
And all this other stuff. And then she reevaluated her relationship with God in a different sense. Then would she do that on the proper track?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I've told you guys, and maybe I haven't, that when me and my dad went to a father-son workshop with Roland May, the guy who wrote Teach Only Love, and him and his son were both psychiatrists, and they did a father-son workshop. And he opened the workshop by saying, if you've got trouble with God, you've got trouble with your father. So he said, I want you to throw out everything you've ever learned about God, and right off the bat, I want you to recreate God. What do you want God to be? Don't go with what you thought you were supposed to do. Recreate God. So as soon as he finished talking, I went, who do I want God to be? Oh, Don Gennaro from the Ghost Casanova books. That's what God should be. That's my version of God. Funny, hysterical, powerful, magical, you know. Okay, that's my duty. You gotta recreate your God. By the way, during the awakening, I gave you an assignment on the first day. I know most of you didn't do it, but I said, you know, something I do for the coaches, more advanced stuff, is I have them take a whole day and do certain phrases. Like for a whole day, they do nothing but thank you. They thank their car. They thank the windshield wiper. They thank the bushes on their way out the house. They thank anything and everything. And then on another day, they say, I love you to the same stuff. I love you, bushes. I love you, windshield wiper. You know what I mean? Because you cannot do those things for a day without getting high as a kite. And I realize that at this stage of my life, I am thanking God all through my day. It's like it's impossible for me to go through my day without thanking God for this and that and that and that and that and that and that and that. Try it. You'll like it. Okay, now, self-empowering circles. Flip curls. The founder of Gestalt therapy, which was the first therapy that I adopted that empowerment dialogue actually came out of, describes the principle of organism and environment. So, a self is an organism. And then everything outside of that self is the environment.
Do I plug it into the computer or to the camera then?
And the self gets what it needs from the environment.
Or the one coming out of the series into the camera?
Now, when the self is disconnected from the environment, it doesn't get what it needs. The better an organism is at making contact with its environment, the more functional it is in getting its needs met. And this increases its ability to function.
Okay, there's 3 in there.
When
I
we
think
are
I'm
out
out.
of contact with our environment, with our social environment, for example, when we do our old ways, when we speak or act from our defenses, our shield, our non-working behavior, then we are out of contact with our environment. A simple way of saying it would be, when people's tails ain't wagging, you ain't getting your needs met. So there are 2 kinds of environments. There's the normal environment we've been raised in, which is insane. And there's the natural environment, the healthy environment, which is our birthright, the one we need to create. Only if we create an unusual environment, a natural environment, a coaching environment, can we receive the feedback and coaching in a safe way and learn how to present ourselves in a way that truly works
Michelle,
and then brings us our dreams.
there should be an audio cable that is plugged into that
I'm
box.
going to say that like that.
Do you see an audio cable plugged in
Only
the
if
box?
we
You know what
create
an
an
audio cable
unusual
looks like?
environment, a natural environment, a coaching,
Yeah, I think.
can we receive the feedback and coaching in a safe way.
It's plugged directly
and learn
into
how
the
to
computer, the
present
laptop.
ourselves in a way that truly
What's
works
plugged into the
and brings
laptop?
us our dreams.
The audio.
No, the audio plugged into the laptop goes to the mixer.
Okay, then I don't know what it looks like.
Good question.
Something though, you said,
They
the
just
other
need
tails are wagging.
The
I'm
box,
not
the tiny,
getting my
up by the wall.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, if
Yeah.
your tails ain't wagging,
okay,
you're doing it all way, which means
There's an
you're not getting
HDMI
movement.
cord that
You're out of
goes into
contact
that
with the
box.
environment.
So if their tails
Yeah.
are wagging, I'm not doing true, I'm not doing my thing.
there's a USB cord that comes out of that and goes into
Whenever
the
anybody shares a workshop, that's how I know if they're being authentic. I just
What
look at
are the
tails.
cords are plugged into that?
Nope.
One cord that goes into the camera.
Another cord that goes into the camera?
Yes.
Okay, now what does that cord look like?
Flat,
Now
black.
do me a favor. From
It's
what
got
you
kind of
discovered
a
about your
smiley
old
face type
ways in
of
many of my workshops,
connector.
I want you to call out,
It's not square.
raise your hand, I'm calling you, and then call out
Is
what
it
it
an audio
cost
connector,
you.
like what a
Some of the
headphone
stuff
jack
you
looks
notice
like?
it cost you to maintain
No.
Okay? Angela?
Relationship,
Okay, what does it
Okay.
look like then?
romantic relationship.
I don't know what smiley
certainly.
face jack is.
Intimacy.
Okay, I'm going to
Also, of course, your
take a
old
picture of
ways
it and see if you can see
absolutely
it.
determine the caliber of people you attract to have
Put it in
relationships
front of
with.
the camera.
You know, when you did in your weight room, you did how people treat me under what circumstances. You discovered that the reason why you got the caliber of relationships you have now, or the level of dysfunction, is because of something in you that you keep maintaining. Good. Shelley?
Okay, it's the center one on the picture. That goes into the camera.
Yes.
The one on the left goes up into the ceiling. The one on the
I
right
think it was
goes to the
money.
laptop.
Yes. Or
Okay, you sent the picture.
a relationship with money that's not what I would really like.
I'm gonna connect to
Like
my
I want a
Oh,
better.
wait a second.
relationship with
Might
money.
have said it someplace else.
Good.
Make sure I said it.
Good.
That's her relationship being that wounded superhero, attracting a lot of men that need fixing.
Okay, you should see it
Yeah,
now.
good. And I want to remind all of you that there are people in this room who have not done the awakening, so you cannot say categories. Allie.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Allie.
Hey, I think I have to hang up with you. Let me call you right back. I have to hang up with you to get the picture.
You didn't
Okay, sweetie, bye.
do that with anyone, so that's not very fair for
That's not
myself.
true. I told everybody at the awakening very clearly not to do that.
But it's different, I don't know.
I just forgot that. I got it.
There was one.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Just move on. Okay? Somebody else. Comment.
Thank you, Emily, I love you, you're amazing.
Good. Medical issues. That's right. That usually, certain kinds of old ways have really thick medical files. Good. Somebody else. Okay? Jeff.
I'd say the freedom to be courageous
The one in the
enough
center goes to the
to
camera.
Right,
The one on the right goes to the computer.
correct.
How many of
The
you
one on
have
the left
noticed
goes where?
Up in the ceiling.
West countenance being so
Up
different
into the ceiling?
after the...
Correct.
All of you, actually. All of you
Really?
who will participate, it's obvious.
Um,
Good. Anybody else? Okay, Trent.
healthy, connected relationship with
that one
friends.
at
I've noticed my connection to my tribe is very
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing what
it says on the top of the bottom.
they'll do to your friends. Good, Nico.
Letting go of taking care of people that can take care of themselves.
It looks like a headphones jack.
So what would that be considered?
Okay.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Independent?
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people don't realize how when they're taking care of everybody else
Behind the
at their own
picture.
expense, they're actually crippling those people. They're not
Yeah, it goes
empowering
behind the
those.
picture up into the ceiling.
Good job, way to go.
okay,
Good. John.
Simply the ability
there
to
should be another end of that somewhere.
Yeah.
see that you enjoy.
Yeah, that's right. Good job. Okay, Angelo?
The ability to say no.
The ability to say no.
Yeah, because if you like you said you're a king of the winds and you're just always say that,
Really?
then you
All right. Draw your boundaries. That's right. Good, Kendra.
Either that or just something.
Red. Yeah.
Let me see if I can.
One of my favorite places to hang out is red.
It's kind of important right now.
My old ways cost me the ability to allow help and blessings
Okay, try
and
it.
abundance into my life.
Yes. Yeah, support.
Support, yeah. Big time.
I love seeing the difference in his presence. You know what I mean? Isn't that great? Good. Fun.
Cost me fun and being able to play.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of the things I love the most about what I'm growing into now. Like being funny, is I'm just freed up to play at a new level. I love that night when we're in the kitchen and then we go and go and pick up the participants, right? And I'm doing
Do you want me to pull it out of the ceiling? Okay.
sure about it.
No, that was the first night. This was the next night. This was after you had your
We got to your place. Then we laugh.
Thank God we had your presence.
And we can shut Gary up.
Okay.
that amount of